All right, I think it's about time. We should call Leidy into the show here and chat a little bit about some Not Scary Farms. Oh, yeah, dial in those numbers.
What listing? This is Leidy.
Hey, Leidy, it's Clint Novak with In the Loop. How you doing?
Good morning. I'm doing well, thank you. Sorry about that.
No, it's no problem. Basically, we had this big, huge introduction and everything, and then we got your voicemail. So
I am so sorry.
We started talking about something else. We got distracted, like we always do, and then we called you back. So now you just got here's Leidy. Hi.
Yes, I said they haven't called. It's 9:01, and then I remembered. Oh my goodness, I forwarded my line. I have 3 main lines on my phone, and none of them light up. That tells me that it's forwarded. I just have to remember. It's Monday.
Oh, yeah, it's Monday. She's got a case of the Mondays.
I do.
All right. Well, we've got Hollow Screen, or not Hollow Screen. We've got Not Scary Farm kicking off down there. Now, have you guys already started it? Did that start this past Friday, or is that something that you guys haven't started yet?
We have not started yet. Our event kicks off on September 26th, and it goes on for 24 thrilling nights.
All right. Well, for someone who's never been down there, the only thing I know about Not Scary Farm is your hanging show, because every year it makes it on the internet, and it's one of those shows that you just have to watch to see what happens, and it's really an amazing show. But for someone who's never been to Not Scary Farm, tell us what makes it unique above all the other parks, other than being the original Halloween event.
Correct. We definitely are the original and the innovators. With our event, our stories are so twisted, and our haunt designers, there's nothing that you can find out there that compares. There's no movie. There's nothing that really compares to what they're offering. I mean, with 12 mazes, we have 5 of which are new. We're definitely pushing the bar when it comes to our haunt design and the backstories of our mazes. In addition to that, we've debuted this year what's called Skeleton Key, which is definitely something different. We know that no other park offers at this time, and Skeleton Key is a part of 5 mazes, and what Skeleton Key does, it's Skeleton Key with Fright Lane. So when you purchase Fright Lane, which gets you to the front of all of the mazes at an unlimited time, you go into Skeleton Key, and we're at the beginning of the maze that delves deeper into the backstory of the maze. So it sets up the story and kind of gives you like a prelude of what you should expect when you enter. So in addition to that, a lot of the mazes have really twisted, like for example, Forevermore is definitely a very interesting story. It's a twist on Edgar Allan Poe's very demonic and murdersome stories that our maze designer Brooke Walters has turned on its head and made it even gorier if that can happen, but she made it happen. In addition to that, we have Gunslinger's Grave, which is a Western type maze, and here, when you enter, you expect something not to be so scary because you come right up the streets of Ghost Town, but you're, very pleasantly surprised to know that it's definitely scary. So we have Elvira that's returning this year. We're very excited to have her back after 12 years. She is starting her new show, Elvira Cinema Seance, that runs until October 31st. So tons of things. We're excited to have any new guests and returning guests to come.
All right. One of our online questions comes from David. He says, can you give us any hints about Trapped experience?
The only hint I can give you, because quite honestly they don't really tell us much, is that there is something very interesting happening with Trapped. Trapped this year came from, there's a professor that has gone crazy, and he wanted to try all these experiments with some of the college students. Now each room and everything in there is designed to push the boundaries as far as what you can tolerate. A lot of the maze designers that have gone into designing Trapped have let me know that there is a room in there. There are rooms in there that they even themselves are terrified to go into. So that's as much as they've told me and as much as I can tell you.
Now, the only question I had about Trapped is how similar will it be to last year's experience? Will it be an all-new experience, similar, some new stuff, all old stuff? How's it going to compare to last year?
Completely new. Nothing of what they did last year is going to be in this maze. In regards to space, it's in this bigger area and definitely different phobias. If you have a phobia, if you have a fear, I guarantee you'll encounter it in Trapped, and hopefully you can overcome it. If not, there's always a safety word.
Our guests out there, they might have not heard of Trapped before, as it was new last year. Could you tell, it's your upcharged maze, I do know that. Could you tell anybody else about it? Because I know you do need reservations for a lot of nights.
Yes, you do. So Trapped is in its second year. It is a upcharge maze where it's a lot more interactive. You have to figure your way out to get out of the maze, hence the word Trapped. Trapped new experiment is for this year. It's $60 for a reservation, but it's $60 for up to 6 people, so it breaks down to $10 a person. You can purchase your Trapped tickets now at knott's.com/scaryfarm. You can also purchase them when you arrive, but more than likely it'll be sold out, as it sold out every single night last year. So it's been very successful for us.
And I've heard some of the stuff they made people do last year, and it is quite the wild thing. I've heard everything from eating bugs to fake endings, and some really, really freaky stuff. So if you're going to Knott's, I would highly recommend checking this out, especially if you're going with a group of people. You split that $60 up, and it would be a good value, especially for what you get from all the reviews I've read and people I've talked to that have done it.
Yeah, I agree with you.
All right. Any questions from Drew?
I'm just kind of like browsing through the website here, and I see you guys have different.
Uh-oh. Hold on a second, Drew. Hold on a second. We're losing him. It's it's the Florida internet. For some reason, it slows him down.
Scare zone for this part, or
Drew, can you hear me? Drew, are you there? Hello?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, we lost you there for a long time. So you started talking, and then we lost you.
All right. My question is based off of the atmospheres you have. Are pretty much the entire park scare zones, or are there different sections you can go, and there's safe zones? There's pretty much the entire park, someplace you can be terrified.
There isn't. Our park, it definitely is wall-to-wall terror. In addition to that, we extend our blueprint. So when you come and experience the park as a daytime guest, there are certain areas and for the rides and things of that nature. But when it comes to haunt, we extend it to the backstage area. So where guests normally wouldn't go, they set that up as a scare zone. We have 4 scare zones in total. The scare zones that we have are Ghost Town, Necropolis, Carnival, and what's new for this year is Fiesta de los Muertos, Day of the Party of the Dead. That is in the Fiesta Village area, so that is definitely new for 2013. When you go into Fiesta de los Muertos, you encounter a grim fusion of dance, colorful costumes, and larger-than-life stilt walkers. This is to pay homage to Day of the Dead that they celebrate in Latin America.
All right. Now, let's talk a little bit about how haunt works. Some parks do it different than others. Parks like Cedar Point and Kings Dominion, they're open all day. You buy a ticket, you get to go all day. Is Not Scary Farm, is that you guys clear the park and then reopen later in the evening for your haunt event?
That's correct. We have a regular daytime operation from 10 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. where we close our gates and start setting everything up, and we reopen at 7 p.m. So for us, it is a little different. It is a separate ticketed event, so you wouldn't be able to purchase a daytime Knott's Berry Farm ticket and return at night. You'd have to buy 2 separate tickets for the event.
And they also have some really cool packages for if you're not in the area and you want to come to the area. They've got some great packages that you can buy that include your tickets, hotel room accommodations, all sorts of great stuff. And it's right on their Knott's Berry Farm website. So you just go to knotts.com, and when you click on the haunt stuff, there's where to stay. And you guys have some really cool packages there.
Yeah, we do. We have the gruesome package, the bare bones package, and as you mentioned, it does include your hotel stay. It also includes a pre-scare buffet dinner inside of the hotel, which has amazing food. We have just such talented chefs here at Knott's Scary Farm. And from there, you'll be able to enter Knott's Scary Farm 30 minutes before we open the gate to the general public. So it's definitely a great package and something to take advantage of, because I know most guests will be exhausted from screaming and running away from the monsters. So it's a good time to kind of get your rest. Yeah,
I'm looking at the best package you could have is the gruesome getaway package. It's about starting at $420, but you get the VIP haunt privileges, you get the hotel stay, you get the tickets, you get T-shirts, you get the buffet, you get breakfast buffet and dinner buffet. So it's really they're loading you up. It's an all inclusive.
It's definitely all inclusive, and the features that it comes, as you mentioned, the VIP, you get front of the line to the mazes, front of the line to the attractions, and breakfast, dinner. I mean, you're ready to go, and T-shirts. So if you need something to change into from sweating all night, we have you covered.
All right, Legend, Drew.
Yeah, I've got a question. Now, out of the 6 houses that are returning, Liddy, which one was your favorite from last year?
My favorite from last year, and still one of my favorites, is Uncle Willie's Slaughterhouse.
And describe Uncle Willie's Slaughterhouse, besides it has a hilarious name, to our listeners that are watching.
Uncle Willie's Slaughterhouse is definitely I love gore, and it's a gory maze to walk into. Blood is not spared in that room or throughout that maze whatsoever, and it's just very comical to me. I have a kind of crude sense of humor, but just to see all the gore and parts, and you are their next barbecue item, so it's fun to kind of walk in through and get scared, obviously. And when you get caught into those details, it's a perfect way to get scared by some of the monsters that are really, a machete or something just coming after you to get you. So it's fun.
This is one of those mazes, too, that's fun to play with the senses as well. Usually, I think we have something similar to it where they put, like, burning flesh smell or something like that into the air while you're walking through, and you just, smell that that human barbecue cooking.
Yeah, it's pretty disgusting. I'm really excited to go through it again this year with the addition of Skeleton Key in this maze as well, so I'm really looking forward to seeing what backstory the maze designers have conjured up for us.
So basically, the Fright Lane Pass on certain mazes, and this one is one that's included, it has an extra scene that you only get to go through if you have the Fright Lane. That's
correct. So Fright Lane with Skeleton Key offers the backstories into 5 mazes, and I'll name them off for you. It's Black Magic, which is a new maze, Gunsinger's Grave, new maze as well, and Games, Dominion of the Damned, one of our other new mazes, and Uncle Willie's Slaughterhouse. So you get two really great deals. You go through the mazes unlimited, so front of the line, and you get the Skeleton Key backstory.
That's very awesome.
It's cool. That's something that you guys are definitely an innovator on, because I can't think of anywhere else that does something like that.
It's great. They took something of the idea of what Trapped is, adding that exclusive value for our haunt guests, and kind of added it into the other mazes. So it's a mini Trap, but it's not as intense as Trapped is. You have to sign a waiver, as I mentioned before, for Trapped. So this one, you go to the front of the line, and it's your choice after you go through it once if you want to go through Skeleton Key again.
All right, let's talk about prices. If someone's interested in going to Not Scary Farm, what's it going to cost them?
Online pre-sale right now is $38 to $54 for adults. Day of at the gate is $62. So definitely the best deal we have is online. You can go in, and when you purchase your tickets online, you can add in the features of Trapped, or Fright Lane, or Fast Lane. So it's your bang for your buck is definitely on our online pricing.
All right.
And now, what about season pass holders? Do they get some sort of a discount on there?
Season pass holders also get online discounts. They can purchase it at the main gate. It varies depending upon the date that you visit, but it can be as low as, I believe, $32. So it's a good deal for season pass holders.
All right, and what about days? What days is the haunt running?
Not Scary Farm runs from Thursday through Sunday, with the exception of Halloween week, where we run from the 30th, 31st, November 1st, and November 2nd.
No, so
hours
scary.
depend as well. So Friday through Saturday Fridays and Saturdays until 2 a.m., Thursdays and Sundays is until 1 a.m.
And what day do you recommend going for guests?
I'd say Saturday to get your best experience of Not Scary Farm if you haven't came before. If you're a veteran, typically Thursdays and Sundays are a little lighter since people have to work on Friday or on Monday. But if you want to really get the true experience of what Not Scary Farm is, a Friday or a Saturday would be great.
All right.
Now, I've been following this event for years. I haven't actually been to it, but one of the things that's always piqued my interest is that you guys re-theme the Calico Mine Train. Could you talk a little bit about the Witch's Keep experience?
Oh, yeah, great. This year, Witch's Keep it's for daytime and nighttime as well, so it's not as terrifying as you would expect to find in one of our other mazes, but it's a good experience to go through. It gives you a backstory and kind of lets you know a little where the Green Witch came from, her lair, and kind of the underneath her black cloth, as you want to say. So it's a good experience to kind of get through and see exactly where she came from and where all the evil is coming out of. But it's still catered for daytime experience, though. It's not as terrifying as I mentioned as the other mazes.
All right, stepping away from Haunt a little bit, you guys opened up your new boardwalk area this year. How did things go with that?
Oh, the boardwalk area is beautiful. It was definitely a great opening in May. We opened 3 new attractions: Coast Rider, Surfside Gliders, and Pacific Scrambler. So it definitely upgraded and brought to life that boardwalk feel throughout.
Now, Clinton, you thought Knott's 2013. You think that. I think about what they did to the Timber Mountain Log Ride. What did they? Because that's where my interest went. Because I've seen videos of the ride, and you worked with Garner Holt, who's a leader in the industry, and that I think you did a fantastic job with that.
Oh, it's definitely a beautiful ride. I had the opportunity to walk through each scene, and just the detail that you see with, the hair on their feet. I know you wouldn't be able to see that as a guest, going through the flume, but they did an amazing job. And for 2013, not only the boardwalk, but having the refurbishment of the logger was definitely a fantastic year.
All right, and of course, you guys were kind of sad to see that you guys are going to be losing your Windseeker there. Is there any type of time frame as to how that's going to be removed from the park?
Our plans are to start removing it in January of 2014.
All right, I'm guessing it probably shouldn't take too long to probably take out of the park there. I'm guessing it's easier to take it out than to put it in.
I would hope. I honestly have no idea the logistics behind that. I've never built a ride myself, so I'm sure it'll be a fairly easy task to do. Yeah.
Well, we're going to have to get you into building some rides. If you got to build a ride for 2015, what would you want to build?
I know, something that gets me in and out of a mall quickly, but still offers that family-friendly feel. So I don't know.
All right. You know what? We'll start drawing up some plans for you. How about that?
Thank you. I appreciate that very much.
All right. Well, I think that's everything. Do you guys have any other questions?
No, that pretty much takes care of everything.
All right. Well, thank you very much for stopping by and chatting a little bit about the Not Scary Farm. Definitely, I still haven't been out there, and it's one of those things that it's on my to-do list. I haven't been out to California in a very, very long time. I haven't been out to Knott's Berry Farm in a very long time, but I really need to make it like an October thing so I can check this out.
Yeah, most definitely. We would love to have you. And thank you for having us on air. For any fan that wants to know more info on the park or Not Scary Farm, we also have our social media platforms, Facebook.com/Not Scary Farm or Knott's. You can also follow us on Twitter as we update everything daily.
All right, very good. It was great having you on, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thank you. Likewise. Take care, guys. Thank you. Likewise. Take care, guys.